Guys, I wanted to put a little video together for you to chat about NACA and let you know what it is and how amazing it is. I spent 4 hours of my Saturday at a NACA workshop, and I am so excited about it, and I want to share it with everyone. So, what is NACA? NACA stands for the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. It is a nonprofit, HUD certified counseling agency, and their goal is to help people purchase property, provide affordable solutions for current homeowners who might be belly up on their mortgage, and they also advocate against predatory lenders and lending practices. It's pretty much the best kept secret ever, and I am shocked that more people aren't using it. So NACA offers loans for first-time homebuyers with crazy low interest rates. Right now, the interest rate is at 4%, which is unheard of. And that's not even all. You can buy down that rate. If you have a little bit of money now, you can even get a lower interest rate if you prepay the interest rate down. So that's a great offering. They also offer no down payment loans, no closing costs. Remember, closing costs are about 3% of the sales price of the property, and those just go towards taxes, title fees, lender fees. With NACA, there's no closing costs. You don't have to pay any PMI, so typically if you're putting less than 20% down, the bank will charge you PMI, which NACA won't. And they don't have any credit score requirements. So if you don't have great credit, it's a great loan option for you with amazing terms. And you can use it on a home, a condo, or a co-op in the city. They also have a renovation loan package, so if you wanted to buy something and fix it up, they can finance that as well for you. So what is the catch? Because it's honestly too good to be true. There has to be a catch, right? So their goal is that they want to teach financial literacy. So they're going to make you put in some work. Their idea is kind of just like teach a man to fish. Don't just give that man fish or houses in this case. So the first step is that you have to take one of their classes. It's free, but it's on a Saturday and it's 4 hours long. So keep that in mind. If you've ever said to yourself, I wish I had taken a class on budgeting in school because I was never taught about finances, this is for you. You are going to sit through a 4 hour long class all about budgeting and the home buying process, and they just want to teach you everything you need to know. They'll start by outlining what their mission is. They have a couple of videos that they want to show you, especially during the 2008 mortgage crisis, how NACA kind of stepped to the plate and how they get their funding now. From there, they will have you fill out forms and teach you how to budget. And so you can reflect on where your money is going. Because from their perspective, they want to kind of break the cycle of not being able to save up enough money for a traditional house with 20% down conventional financing. So they really want to teach you. They'll send you over forms that go over your debt to income ratios, and they'll help you figure out how much home you can afford. After the class, they'll take down your information and they'll have a housing counselor get in touch with you to do a one-on-one session. Depending on the area you live in, it might take a couple months for you to get an appointment. DC is currently booking them 3 months out in advance. So my appointment is in May. So if you're thinking about buying a house this year, or maybe it's in your 2020 plans, you might want to start going to the workshop now so that you have time to do all your one-on-one sessions. During your one-on-one counseling session, they'll go over your budget and all of your bank statements over like the past 6 months, and they'll see if anything needs working on. And if it does need working on, they will address those issues and give you solutions, and then they'll have you come back for another one-on-one session if needed. Once you have aced your one-on-one session, they will pre-approve you for a NACA loan. And you can use that loan with a normal, fabulous realtor and find a property just as you would before. It can close in the same amount of time as a regular loan. You just will be getting financing from NACA. Let's see. Some of the catches or other info is you need to be a first-time home buyer to use the program. So if you currently own your home, you got to sell it. You can't refinance with a NACA mortgage. The maximum amount of money you can receive from NACA is $453,100 if you are in not a city, or if you're in DC or a city that's big like DC, the most that they will give you is $659,650 if you're in a high cost area. The money that they give you has to be within your debt to income ratio, and that's where they're going over all of your budgeting. They don't want to give you more home than you can afford. So who is eligible for this? If your household makes under the median income for the area you're in DC, that's as long as you make under $114,900, you can purchase wherever you want in DC. Let's say your household income makes more than $115,000 a year. That's okay. You can still use the NACA mortgage. They are just going to limit you in the areas you can purchase. So if you make more than $115,000 a year, they're going to put you in a neighborhood that the average household income is less than $115,000 a year. So you have a little bit less play on what neighborhoods you want to be in if you make more than $115,000. Let's see. You will have to have made on-time payments for all of your expenses, like your bills, your rent. That's what your one-on-one session is going to make sure that you have been paying your bills, because they don't want to lend money and then have to foreclose upon your house. You have to be registered to vote. If you're not a U.S. citizen, you don't have to be registered to vote, but if you are a U.S. citizen, you need to be registered to vote in order to get the NACA mortgage. And after you've purchased your house using the NACA loan, you have to give back to your community. And you have to either volunteer with NACA or take part in political demonstrations with them. It's unclear how often these volunteer experiences have to be. They did kind of say that it's at your comfort level, so I'm not sure how often or how frequent they are. Another catch, along with the money that they're going to give you, which in DC is going to be $659,000 or less, you must live in the home. It has to be your primary residence. You can't purchase a condo thinking, 5 years down the line, I want to be the landlord for this property. You have to live there. If you ever did want to move out, you would need to refinance your loan, which is not a big deal, but you wouldn't be able to have the NACA benefits anymore. You can purchase a multi-unit property, or you can rent out a room. That's fine, but they just want to make sure that you're living at the property. And then the membership dues of being a NACA member is $25 a year. So that's kind of the biggest gotcha. But I think that it's a really great program for anyone who is either a first-time home buyer or maybe belly up on their mortgage, or they are thinking about purchasing a home, but they don't have the down payment or the closing costs, or you just want a good interest rate. So let me know if you want to know anything more about NACA, but really it was an amazing program, and I would recommend anyone to go to their next workshop. All right, that was a long video, and I'm sorry about that, but I hope that I gave you a little bit more info on NACA.